was just on my way to the sukkah, which is built in the front of a townhouse here in New York. And miraculously, there was construction in the street with a crane going on right over the sukkah. So they said, why don't you come back later? How temporary could the temporary be? So this is what I'm thinking now. How it was fated for me to go by it right then. Because I was going to eat my matzah from Pesach in that sukkah. In the temporary home, the temporary structure. Isn't everywhere a temporary structure? A place you can eat, drink, sleep. There's my leaves above. Here's my seat. If I slept here, it's my home. So let me have my bread of healing and bread of faith saved over from Passover. You know, I don't know if I'm supposed to say a bracha on this, because I said a bracha on this on Pesach. So do I say another bracha? I don't know. So I'm not going to say it. And this bread, as I said in my other video, this matzah got mixed up. There's a direct link between this Hag HaMatzah and Hag HaSukkah. And the first day is the day of, and the gematria that links it is the Sukkah as 91 being Amen, being faith. And I'm going to have that first. I'm going to eat that first. So this is the Sukkah, the gematria of Sukkah as Amen. So this corresponds to the first night of Sukkah, which is the bread of faith. This is from Bina. Which is true. I'm in my sukkah right now. This is a bread of straight faith. This is the strength in my faith. Now, the second aspect of sukkah, it's the second night of Pesach. It's the day of Rachel, and that's the bread of healing. And that's the second day, the lesser din of Pesach, and the bread of healing. And that's going to correspond to the full gematria of Sukkah, which is Samek, 120, spelled out, Vav, 12, that's 132, Kaf, 232, and Hey, 238. And so that's Rachel, and the second day of Pesach is Rachel, and this bread, this matzah, which was also blessed the second day, Pesach, and the two correspond, and that's what I've made it, that the two correspond because of Rachel and the concept of the sukkah. Oh, so here, before I even take this healing thing, the impermanence is always over you. It's always over you. And it's what I call impermanent permanence. It will always be over you, even on the 8th day of Sukkah, of Shemini Atzeres. When you go back and live in a permanent house, it's still impermanent. Ask the people who have been ravished by hurricanes and fires. They've lost their homes, they've lost everything. It's impermanent. Even in the permanent, it's impermanent. So don't get too permanent, because you're always sleeping in the field. It's just an ego that you think you're secure. You're always under the protection of the clouds, glory of the sukkah, of the 40 years in the desert. You're traveling from Mitzrayim to your goal. That goal is the impermanence. This is how you're going to be healed. This is the bread healing. Second day of Pesach. Rachel. Bread of healing emanates from faith. If you don't have faith, you can't be healed by the bread of healing. And that shows sukkah in itself. Today this tree is my sukkah. I'm in a field of trees. It's my protection. Concept of sukkah is 91, and the concept of sukkah is 238. 91 emunah, 238 Rachel. Those are the 2 days of Pesach. You feel better already. If you know somebody who's ill, give them from the blessed matzah, Pesach, that wasn't eaten. This is a very great concept. You're always in a sukkah because you're always under the second surrounding light, which is square like a sukkah. It can also be like even the Hebrew letter Hey. Man, underneath Hebrew letter, hey. How can that be if you turn it around a little bit as two sides and a little bit of a third side? Does it really matter where you are relative to space? Can that covering be on the ground for the returning light? Must the sukkah be a Hebrew letter mem? So this is what happened to me when they said I couldn't be in that sukkah. You mean I couldn't be under the impermanence? So here I'm under more impermanence. I'm always in impermanence. Permanent impermanence. Permanent impermanence. What a beautiful thing. When accompanied by Hashem.